Hello, this is Coffee Chug, and I am a teacher at Bettendorf Middle School in Bettendorf, Iowa. I work with gifted and talented children, and I just wanted to share my 2 cents on the power of Edmodo when it comes to teaching and connecting students with the real world. A couple of things I want to show you. I think what's amazing with Edmodo is that it's one of the few, I guess you want to call it a social network or a social educational network type site, is that for students under the age of 13, they're able to be part of this because they can't connect to each other individually. So everything is monitored by teachers that are part of the group or network that the students are part of. So it allows teachers to monitor everything, which is incredibly important. Um, you can see here, I'm doing an international debate right now called Racism. And so we have all these students joining from all over the world, Slovakia, China, Argentina, and all over the United States. And this gives them an opportunity, a forum that outside of the research debate piece, kids can connect and kind of talk to one another and kind of figure out what life is like and kind of learn from each other in that kind of real world setting. And I find it very interesting to watch the progress and watch them kind of take over and create their own little culture. Another important thing is this group here is just for my students for a particular project that we're doing. And we can share information to everybody within the class. So as they find information, they can share it. I can leave notes. So when I was in Des Moines, I'm not in class, I could send this information to them to remind them, here's what I want. And they could respond back and I could connect with them real time, even though I wasn't truly in the classroom. You can further group, maybe you've already seen this, and so into smaller groups. So then I have them organized into two teams within this group, and they can go and work with just their team and kind of keep the information to themselves. And so as they're working on their topic or their information, whatever the project is, they can work in smaller classes. So if you're a class of 30, you could break them into 6 teams of groups of 5, what a project you're doing, and they could work that way. Even cooler is that as a teacher and even as students, we've created these folders and I've got documents and links to additional resources that we can access whenever we want. And so it's very, very effective. The students really like this. It applies to them. It makes sense. What they also find helpful is that they can work on stuff on their own time. I go to bed early, but what I find is a lot of my students typically are posting and doing work from 8 to 10 o'clock at night. That seems to be their most productive time period as I've worked with Edmodo now for about 3 years. So it gives them an opportunity to get classwork done and make connections at optimal times for them. It may not always be first period 5 days a week. Maybe they work best at 8 o'clock at night. Edmodo allows that to happen. It allows the teacher to see the work being done. Last thing, you can see I'm part of all these groups down here, and I think that helps students because I'm able to connect with teachers, some amazing people from all over the world, make those connections, pose questions, ask questions, share information, get feedback, yada, yada, yada. And from there, it's a trickle down effect. It makes me a better teacher, a better communicator, and by enhancing my connections, it trickles to my classroom where then I become a better teacher, which allows my students to take it to the next level. And so Edmodo is a fantastic tool that if you're not using, you should. You should jump on board, sample it, and you'd be amazed with it. Thank you.